When a man is handsome, educated, make good money, but still single, what could the problem be?
If you're single, enjoy being single. Because there's somebody out there right now, as we speak, apologizing for going to bed last night without saying goodnight.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married. Are people at least getting rings still? So at least you can show, like, I'm taken when you're out and about if you don't want to get married. What is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone, because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose. When you do have like skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to like work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together, versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, bye, and run away. But are guys really not wanting to get married anymore? Let me know in the comments.
It's funny how she brings up prenups as if there's some foolproof guarantee, then immediately asks whether men are still buying engagement rings so women can show they're taken. That says a lot. The focus seems to be on the status, the symbol, and the sense of security, while there's no discussion about what she brings to the relationship that would make a man eager to commit in the first place.
What do you think about the men who choose to remain bachelors?
It's funny because I probably have that mindset this day and age. I just turned 44 today. Today is my birthday. But when I was in my early 20s, I thought about marriage and settling down. But now it's like the bachelor life is better. You know, people out here getting married and getting divorced a couple months later. So until you find true love and happiness, there's nothing wrong with being a bachelor.
If you've got a little black book of 3, 4, 5, 6 women that you can call, take care of everything you need on that Friday, maybe you have one that dresses up nice and comes to the company picnic with you. Maybe you've got one that's just down and dirty and shows up in a high heels and a trench coat. Why would you give that up for marriage when you're going to get divorced? She's going to take the kids. She's going to take your money, and she's going to destroy you. There is no net benefit today for men to get married.
It's honestly telling that things have reached this point, but he's simply describing the reality many men feel they're facing. When divorce is perceived as carrying significant financial and emotional risks, it's understandable that some men choose to adapt by building lives that feel more secure and independent. A man who's content single and focused on his own well-being isn't necessarily a sign that society has failed. It's a reflection of people making choices they believe are best for their own lives and circumstances.
Get married? Don't see it.
How many wives?
I don't see it either. I see it.
That's sad. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't see myself doing it.
Why?
It's too much risk.
I just think it's just a construct that people have been doing for so long, so we feel like it's normal. But when you just really look at it and evaluate it, if you don't do it right, it's a stupid ass decision.
But do you guys want to become one? That's all it is. Instead of you being two different people, you are one family. You file one tax. Is just
I love the idea.
Everything is just one.
I love the idea. I just think we have a culture of individualism right now. Nobody don't want to be one with nobody. So until I find somebody
that's not true.
That's very true. Divorce rate is at like 70%. Marriage rates are going down.
I guess the money makes us question it, right? Makes us question getting married. The money aspect of it, like once you get divorced and stuff, people be thinking about the stuff that they're gonna lose.
Exactly.
So that makes them not want to get married.
That's a big risk.
But you can't think of that when that's the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of that at all if I have a woman that's, a
lot of people think it's the one and still lose.
But it's hard to find that.
Watch the subtle guilt tactic here. When a man raises concerns about financial risk, the response often becomes, if you really loved her, money wouldn't matter. That's an appeal to emotion rather than addressing concern itself. A man who is happy, independent, and self-sufficient doesn't make decisions out of pressure. He makes them based on what he believes is best for his future.
I don't know, man. Like the whole getting married, growing old together, having a family and all that, it just doesn't seem like my thing. I don't know if it's just, and then I know it sounds crazy, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me. I just don't see myself being like that family man. I see myself being a motherfucking bachelor. Like, and I'm sorry that sounds terrible, bro, but I'm being so genuine when I say this. Like, I don't see myself being happy in marriage. I don't see myself being, it's not even about partnership. It's just the idea of, I can see myself having a partner. It's the idea of having a family and all these things, like the whole typical like human lifeline. I don't see myself doing that, bro. I want to travel. I want to make as much money as I can. I want to own exotic cars. I want to own a fucking big ass fucking house. Like, and honestly, I wouldn't mind being a fucking bachelor the rest of my life. I really don't care to be in commitment, to be honest. And maybe it's just because I'm younger, but I'm almost 30 saying this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just at a point where I'm getting older and I'm craving it less. I mean, I would think if down the line I'm going to crave it at all, it should be becoming more of a craving and less of, I don't really care for it.
It's interesting to hear someone say that as they've gotten older, they become less interested in the traditional relationship path rather than more. While there's a common belief that single men in their 30s, 40s, or 50s are inevitably unhappy, many choose lives centered on independence, personal goals, friendships, or other priorities, and find that fulfilling. When someone feels complete on their own, they're generally in a stronger position to make relationship decisions based on genuine compatibility, rather than fear, pressure, or the need for validation.
You know, the reality is most guys nowadays have kind of given up on the idea of marriage because we realize that it's really just one big trap. There's nothing in it for us. We take all the risk and all the benefit is on the female side.
I would say, why change something that is good? You're in a relationship. Why are you going to get married? It's going to get worse. There's going to be more financial tension. Weddings are expensive as it is. Divorce rates are alarmingly high. And once you're married, you are at the mercy of that woman's expectations. Forget about that. Hell no.
Yeah, plus it's going to get to a point where you're both going to get bored of each other. She has the freedom to leave, but you don't.
No, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck and see my future with her and my future personally go down the drain. Pretty much, because she can screw you over at a snap of a finger.
It's unfortunate that we've reached a point where many men see marriage as a potential risk rather than a source of stability. That shift didn't happen overnight. After years of hearing that women don't need men to build fulfilling lives, many men have also chosen to focus on their own goals, peace of mind, and personal success. Yet when they make that choice, they're often criticized as selfish or commitment phobic. The reality is that no one should be expected to put everything they've worked for on the line if they don't feel the risks are worth it. Lasting relationships require mutual trust, respect, and shared responsibility, not pressure or one-sided expectation.
So people keep hitting me up asking me, Anton, you look so good. You got this glow. Why do you look so good? Because I'm single. You look so happy. Why you look so happy? Because I'm single. I got nobody lying to me. I got nobody manipulating me, wasting my time. I ain't got nobody cheating on me. I'm happy. That's that glow. That's that eternal joy that you see. Because I'm single. A lot of y'all need to be single. It's working for me.
Look at the contrast between what society says and what many men actually experience. We're constantly told that a man without a relationship is lonely, unfulfilled, or incomplete. Yet the moment a man steps away from the endless cycle of drama, manipulation, betrayal, and walking on eggshells, you can see the difference. His confidence returns, his stress fades, and his peace becomes obvious. For many men today, peace isn't just a luxury. It's become a necessity for their well-being. And sometimes you can see that change written all over their face.
Nothing's better as a man than having your own bachelor pad, bro. Like, this is where it's at, bro. This is how life, bro, honestly, bro, I love it. I love having a bachelor pad, bro. Like, just me chilling. I get to do whatever I want. If I want to walk around butt-ass naked, I will. You feel me? Nobody can tell me nothing. Like, if I want to be dirty, I will. If I want to be clean, I will. Like, this is my shit. Nobody can tell me shit. I'm the king. This is my throne right here. Look, I'm in my throne. This is not a couch. This is my throne, and this is my kingdom, my apartment, bro.
People are going to laugh when he calls his couch a throne, but that's not really the point. He's talking about having authority over his own life. When a man has his own place, he controls his environment, protects his peace, and lives by his own rules. For many, that sense of freedom and contentment is worth more than chasing validation or settling for relationships that don't make their lives better. A man who already feels fulfilled in his own space is far less likely to compromise his standards just to avoid being alone.
Easier. I understand why men stay bachelors until they're 55 or 60, and the craziest part is a 55 or a 60-year-old can still date your daughter. He could still pull a 25-year-old. He could still pull a 21-year-old. He could still pull a 35-year-old, and she is going to be happy about it, especially if he's successful. So ladies, if you are in your 30s or you are in your 40s, it would behoove you to be a woman that is worth and willing to build with the man that you choose. The thing about being a finished product is when men choose to marry, it is more responsibility and slightly less fun, right? Because you have obligations now. There are responsibilities that a man has in providing for his family and providing for his wife. He has to make sure that she's good to a certain degree if he's a good husband, right? Why would a finished product man opt into responsibility that he doesn't need when he's already arrived?
Listen to what he says at the end. Why would a man who already feels fulfilled choose to take on responsibilities he doesn't believe he needs? That's a question at the heart of many modern dating debates. For years, people have assumed that a successful, financially stable man will naturally want to get married. But the real question is, what incentives does he see? If his life is already peaceful, stable, and satisfying, he's likely to weigh the potential benefits against the added responsibilities, legal commitments, and lifestyle changes before making that decision.
I don't live alone because I can't find somebody. I live alone because I like my life just the way it is right now. And what's not to like? You have the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and with whoever you want. And let's not forget that women are drained on your financial resources and in your free time. So living alone as a man is the best thing you can do.
Listen to how simple he makes it sound. Because for him, it really is that simple. I live alone because I like my life the way it is. That's a perspective you hear from more and more men who have built a life they're genuinely satisfied with. Once someone gets used to having control over their own time, space, finances, and peace of mind, they're naturally going to be selective about anything that changes that balance. The bigger conversation is this. For generations, men were told that success wasn't complete without marriage. Today, many are questioning that assumption and choosing a different path. Some look at the risks, the responsibilities, and the realities of modern relationships and decide they'd rather focus on building a stable, peaceful, and financially secure life on their own terms. That doesn't necessarily come from anger or resentment. It can simply reflect different priorities and a different definition of fulfillment. Whether you agree or disagree, it's clear that attitudes toward relationships are changing, and that's why these conversations continue to spark so much debate. If you found this perspective interesting, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.